Before this video begins, I just want to say quickly, for those of you who are unaware, we lost a YouTuber recently, Mitten Squad. I just want to make this a separate section. I did subscribe to him, I enjoyed his content. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do so now. But unfortunately, Mitten Squad has passed away. It's a very, very sad thing. The guy was battling alcoholism. He had a really high alcohol intake. He was fighting it, and it seemed like he was going to win. Now, I don't know exactly what possibly ended his life, but it's safe to say it was probably something like that. But I just wanted to quickly say I want to pay my respects to the guy. He was a really good YouTuber, and it's another shame that we lost another good one this year. But I just wanted to say that real quick. Now, onto the video. You know, the couple of years that I've been on YouTube, I've really been thinking about like how I started out in 2020 being a Twitch streamer, getting to affiliate, thinking, oh my god, I could make it, and then I fell off so hard that I don't even know what happened. I don't know if I did something, or if I just wasn't that good in a live setting. Switched over to YouTube, and I feel like I'm doing pretty okay now. I'm really enjoying it. The only thing I hate is that I'm usually behind on stuff because I only make one video a week. I have all the excuses in the world. I don't even want to list them off right now. But for those of you who are somehow unaware, because this was a huge thing that happened, Twitch has just recently updated its policy, and boy, does it make me happy that I am not on Twitch anymore with what they are doing. So Twitch has updated their sexual content policy because a Twitch streamer, I don't even want to say her name to give her clout because this is literally all because of her, basically streamed topless but hid her nipples. Like you could still see the full top of her breasts, and basically was streaming naked essentially, at least from what it looked like. All the people who were defending her could say, oh, she's wearing an undertop that you can't see from the camera. Whether we could see it or not, it was still clearly like provocative, or essentially she knew what she was doing, and that's what I hate about these people who defend like, oh, she was fine, there was no nudity, why are you freaking out? They knew what they were doing. Like, these people who go on Twitch and do this stuff to get these views, they're not stupid. Like, they know this is what's going to drag people in, and hitting a controversy like this is gonna make you famous. It's gonna make you insane. In fact, this controversy was so bad that on December 15th of 2023, Twitch updated its sexual content policy. Basically, this is gonna help. It's supposed to clear up like what's allowed and what's not. And it's funny that they released this because they did ban the Twitch streamer that started all this for like 2 days, but that's usually what happens. Anyone that makes the Twitch mods either A, a lot of money, B, horny, or C, both, they'll get a slap on the wrist just so that we think Twitch is actually working. And I can say all this because I don't give a fuck about Twitch. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it over here, and we are going to check it out. I was checking out the new Dark Tide update. I freaking love it, dude. Dark Tide's getting so good. Just every update is so good for that game. A part of this update also includes how they are going to treat fictional nudity now, which is like VTubers or just art in general. And essentially that they are going to allow it. They are allowing art that contains provocative stuff, nudity, basically just full-on tits and ass. And it seems like about after a week it's kind of slowed down, but there's some pretty nasty stuff on there now. And it seems like people are trying to test the limits of this new of these new updates, because I don't even want to show any. I don't want to show any video or of me going on Twitch and searching it up. But I did look. There's places that are just straight up doing. It's straight up hentai or whatever you want to call it. And then there's people who are just straight up doing 18 plus twerking compilations and all this shit, just basically pushing the boundary on this new content policy update. Man, remember when Twitch was a gaming site? Yeah, me too. However, there's a great deal of new content that was allowed under the updated policy. Much of the content created has been met with community concern. Yeah, like all of it. There are concerns to share. Upon reflection, we have decided that we went too far with this change. Digital depictions of nudity present a unique challenge. AI can be used to create realistic images, and it can be hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. Photography? Really? Have we gotten that bad? So effective today, we are rolling back the artistic nudity changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional nudity won't be allowed on Twitch, regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature-rated games. You can find an emote-specific standards for nudity and the sexual content in the emote guidelines. We aren't making other changes to the sexual content policy. So, from what we are seeing right here is basically the art went too far. People were testing it out, seeing if Twitch was really going to actually, stop all this. And it looks like they did. It looks like you can't draw nudity anymore or AI generate it. But actual people, as long as you don't show specific things, but everything else, perfectly fine. What the hell? So the one that we just looked at, it was a recent update, and it seems like from what I'm starting to research between cuts, it looks like Twitch has been going back and forth and trying to figure out like a good establishment for this. I guess the simple answer of don't allow nudity on your platform is just not a good option. The Twitch mods must really be fighting for it. So then they came out on December 13th with an updating to their approach on sexual content because, like I said, people were pushing the boundaries with this stuff. It was insane. And right here we have, they received constant feedback from streamers that our policies around sexual content are confusing. So they tried to go in here and to explain it, and obviously I won't read all this, I'll try to sum it up myself. Okay, this is the one update that I'm actually really happy they did. This should have been implemented in the first place. For those of you who are unaware, Twitch's policy is only 13-year-olds and up. But then they started allowing these hot tub streams, this ear ASMR, just softcore porn. 100% softcore porn. And whether they will admit it or not, they will not. But they finally wanted to make sure on the homepage, which is often the first place the viewers land on. I didn't mean to just read that straight up, that just sounded correctly. They are allowing you to basically remove your recommended page of anything that has all the adult content stuff, that is including sexual themes. And that's a good update. This wouldn't need to be an update if it was a gaming platform, but what do I know? It's 2023. They do say here, though, that streams labeled with mature-rated games and profanity will not be affected because it's a gaming platform. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but Twitch apparently doesn't know. So right here, this is the perfect thing right here. Previously prohibited, but now allowed with labels. So if you want to stream with your tatas out, I believe as long as it doesn't show... Hang on, let me see. So I'm going to go ahead and just read this, and you can help me interpret it, but this is what I'm interpreting. Content that deliberately highlighted breasts, buttocks, and pelvic region, even when fully clothed, streamers found it difficult to determine what was prohibited and what was allowed, and often evaluating whether or not a stream violated this portion of the policy was subjective. In addition, the former sexually suggestive content policy was out of line with industry standards and resulted in female-presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. What? Dog, I'm telling you right now, if I go on stream right now and I rip my shirt off and pull my pants down, I will be banned so quick. But, yeah, it's the females that were being penalized. Absolutely. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, from what I understand, I thought it was you could show stuff as long as you don't show one thing, but it seems like you can show everything now. Just a quick editor note, please read this and determine what you think it is. Don't go, oh, Juby told me I can twerk naked on Twitch. It's his fault. I am not taking responsibility for your account getting banned. And then right here they mentioned the fictionalized drawn stuff. We already looked at the newest update where they're not allowing that anymore because people were testing their limits. This is another one. I haven't seen these, but also I don't look for stuff like this on Twitch. In fact, I rarely go on Twitch since I moved to YouTube. Body rating on female presenting breasts and or buttocks regardless of gender. Oh, okay, so a man can do it now. But you just said female presenting. So this change makes these policies consistent. Erotic dances that involve disrobing or disrobing gestures such as strip teases. So you're allowed to do strip teases on Twitch. Changes to popular dances such as... This is what I'm curious about because I keep seeing on Twitch recommended twerking compilations. Is this really allowed? Popular dances such as twerking, grinding, and pole dances are now allowed without a label. Jesus Christ! Previously, some dances were prohibited and others were allowed with a label. Enforcing on dance regardless of context meant our policy prohibited twerking at a wedding or taking a pole dancing exercise class. Okay, here's the thing though. I feel like even if you had like AI or an actual Twitch moderator looking at it, if they're taking a pole dancing class, you should be able to tell that's not just someone like a popular female streamer or male streamer, because I know Markiplier did it, and man, whether it was funny, just doing it. Like, you should be able to tell, like, okay, they're being taught. So, if you're being taught, I could see it, like, yeah, as a haha funny. But if you're just straight up doing it, but it doesn't matter anymore, you can just do it now. So, that's why these twerking compilations are allowed, because Twitch straight up says, yeah, it's allowed, I don't care anymore. The only thing to basically, like, I don't know, the war on softcore, you know what, being on Twitch and not, is apparently this label is the line. This is the line. If you decide to start twerking on, if I decide to start twerking on stream and I don't put on this label, no, not the twerking can be without a label, fucking weird. If I decide to rip off my pants and do the helicopter without having this content classification label, I would get banned. But if I put on that label, it seems like I'm perfectly allowed to do it. I am baffled with these changes. I really am. This is insane, and it really, really shows where Twitch is putting their mind and where they're putting their money. I think they should just straight up drop the gaming altogether. They want to be a live streaming OnlyFans website, and if that's what they want to do, they need to make that clear right away, because this is ridiculous. The fact that it's even a debate and the fact that there's people defending it is so weird. I know I've said it probably 10 times. You can do a drinking game about it, but remember when Twitch was about gaming?